उनीहरूले संसारलाई दुई तरिकाले देखेका छन्। रोलेक्स, ल्याम्बोर्गिनी, फरारी छन् त अर्कोतिर एडुकेसन लोन, होम लोन, इएमआई एन्ड स्ट्रगल। एकातिर रियल लाइफ छ त अर्कोतिर रियल लाइफ। एकातिर छ 12 घण्टाको शिफ्ट, अर्कोतिर छ जिम एन्ड फ्लेक्स। सामन र एस्पारागस छ खानामा, अर्कोतिर छ साग र भात। गाउँमा घरमा ऋण छ तर एक्सपेन्सिभ हलिडेज पनि छन्। फुटसलको त्यो सानो मैदान अनि पबजी, फ्री फायर र फिफाको त्यो ठुलो स्कोप। उनीहरूले बुझिसकेका छन् कि उनीहरूको लागि यो सिस्टम होइन, यो सिस्टम मात्र जित्नेहरूको लागि हो अनि त्यो जित उनीहरूको हक लुटेर जितिएको हो। आज संसारभरि एउटा यस्तो पुस्ता उठिरहेको छ जसले पुरा विश्वको 20 देखि 30% ग्लोबल पपुलेसन ओन गर्छ। Yes, the internet generation, the generation of data, the gaming generation, and the digital natives, the Gen Z. पुस्ता आज संसारभरि भन्दैछ बराबरी बिना यो संसारको भविष्य छैन। This generation is going to write the new world order. Let's talk about Generation Z. नमस्कार साथीहरू, यो हाम्रो प्रयास हो द सेन्सिबल नेपाली बन्ने। Today, let's talk about Generation Z. Global climate strike. #Fridays for Future. August 2018. Greta Thunbergले एक्लै, she started solo, पार्लियामेन्टको अगाडि प्रोटेस्ट गर्न सुरु गरेकी थिइन् कि क्लाइमेट चेन्जको गेन्स्टमा कडा भन्दा कडा कानुनहरू निर्माण गरियोस्। पछि त्यही विश्वभरि फैलियो। त्यही एउटा 15 वर्षीय ग्रेटा थनबर्गबाट सुरु भएको त्यो सोलो आन्दोलन पछि विश्वको 160 वटा राष्ट्रहरूसम्म पुग्यो। #Fridays for the Future. #March Our Lives. Marjorie Statement, Douglas Parkland, Florida. Mass shootings का survivors र Gen Z ले start गरेको यो revolutionमा hundreds of thousands of people gathered around Washington DC. The protest, the revolution was against the strict gun control laws, and that was a hit. 2019-2020 Hong Kong protest against extradition bill. That was a huge success. Black Lives Matter. जर्ज फ्लोइडको त्यो अन्तिम चिच्चाहटले अमेरिका मात्र होइन पुरा विश्व नै हल्लियो। भोइस अगेन्स्ट कलर इन्जस्टिस। त्यस्तै बङ्गलादेश, श्रीलङ्का, इन्डोनेसिया अनि आज नेपाल। #NepoKids. Also Nepo babies, also corrupt OK. भ्रष्टाचार विरोधी यो अभियान यस्तो सक्सेस भयो कि मात्र 24 घण्टामा पुरा नेपालको सत्ता परिवर्तन भयो। 72 जनाले ज्यान गुमाए, संसद विघटन भयो, प्रधानमन्त्री केपी शर्मा ओली पदबाट च्युत हुनुभयो। But there is a problem. Looking back into all this protest, the thing was common. Yes, it was led by Gen Z. The Generation Z was a success for a while. The fight is still going on. The fight that Greta Thunberg is still on. There's no harsh laws made against climate change. Gun Control Act is only in some of the state. Hong Kong, it's still under the indirect control of China. Bangladesh, there's no elections. Sri Lanka, the same people came back. And in Nepal, let's see. So हामीले यो सबै हेरेर why Gen Z movement all around the world got instant hit, but in later days they're still fighting. The cause for the fight is still on because it's not 100% achieved. We found very few things that Gen Z people must look back into the history and can improvise their protest around the world to make changes that the world needs, or you can meet the purpose of your revolution. Number 1, it's leadership and decentralization. All the Gen Z movement around the world actually leaderless. त्यहाँ कोही leader थिएन, and it was so decentralized. But in real life, we need a leader, and it has to be centralized. It's not a virtual life, it's a real life. That's why still the world is fighting against color, still the world is fighting against climate change, still the world is fighting against corruption, still the world is fighting against Nepo political kids, and causes goes on and on and on and on. Number 2, digital natives think real life like a virtual life, which is actually not true. The real life is not just only about social injustice. It's not just only about environment. it's not just only about love. It's about finances. It's about society. It's about people. A lot of things engaged. So Gen Z people all around the world must know what is real and what is real. Every protest or revolution, you guys need a leader and a centralized system that works. Number 3, you think authenticity and transparency is everything, which is true. When there is authenticity and transparency in our lives, the life will become beautiful. People, it's not how it works. Authenticity and transparency only works in virtual world. When there is people directly involved in things, you don't expect authenticity and transparency. क्रान्ति सफल गर्न सबै मान्छे नेचुरल र ट्रान्सपेरेन्ट हुनुपर्छ भन्न जरुरी छैन. Sometimes you have to hide that authenticity and transparency in your real life, especially in the protest time. That's how the real world works. त्यसरी नै यो दुनिया काम गर्छ. Cause politics is really cruel around the world. Rapid mobilization of resources and information. Number 4. Gen Z people around the world use so many media technologies, social media, which leads to rapid mobilization and rapid spread of information and everything. But people, when something big happens, you need a planning. You need proper planning. यसमा proper planning भएन भने the mass leads to the crisis. That's what we've seen all around the world that has happened. And you know why all around the world this is happening? There's only one thing. Old rulers. The rulers who are happy enjoying their wealth, ruling the people, they're not living. You guys are scattered. You guys fight virtually. That's why they still take advantage of you people. The scenes of global perspective, what were the major protests, revolution done by Gen Z people around the world, and what were their consequences, and why still Gen Zs are fighting against the same cause that they fought for a long time. Let's look into Nepal. September 8, Nepalमा क्रान्ति भयो. Hashtag Nepo babies. Hashtag corrupt okay. Hashtag fight against corruption. यो यस्तो viral भयो. कसरी? Because Gen Z people, these digital nomads, you digital nomads, spread this information like all means of communication. Thousands of people, हजारौं मान्छे भेला भए. अनि एउटा क्रान्ति सम्भव भयो. तर क्रान्ति सम्भव भयो 72 जनाको ज्यान सँगसँगै. आज सत्ता फेरिसकिएको छ, नयाँ सत्ता बनिसकिएको छ, अनि हामी आफ्नो आफ्नो जिन्दगीमा बिजी हुन थालिसकेका छौं. अब यो क्रान्तिले के दिशा लिन्छ? फेरि सोशल मिडियामा सबै जेनजीहरू झगडा गर्न थालिसकेका छन्. I've told you 4 main reasons behind every Gen Z movement around the world was not a success and still fight is going on. So realize this. The first and foremost thing is you guys need to be together. फागुन 21 गतेको इलेक्सन छ. You guys have a purpose to throw out the old politicians, corrupt politicians. You guys have a movement. So be ready for फागुन 21. Don't leave your cause. भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त समाज, भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त देश. यो नै हाम्रो one and only purpose हो. अनि यो पर्पसमा हामी कुनै पनि कुरासँग विचलित हुनु हुँदैन. तपाईले सबैभन्दा पहिला त तपाईको यदि भोटर आईडी कार्ड बनेको छैन भने please make your voter ID card that ready and do not fight with each other. If you are politically aware and interested, get ready for the election. If you are not politically aware and not politically interested, make your voter ID card. Go vote for your Generation G and you can make a new world order after winning the elections. And don't forget the main cause. भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त समाज, भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त देश. राज्यको आँखामा सबै नागरिकलाई समान दृष्टिले हेरिनुपर्छ. राज्यको रिसोर्सेस, मान्छेको क्यापेबिलिटिज हेरेर समान रूपमा बाँडिनु पर्छ. कसैलाई लाखा, कसैलाई पाखा राज्यले गर्न पाउँदैन. This is what everybody wants. Yes, the digital nomads, get ready for Nepal goes to election. Hashtag Nepal goes to election. फागुन 21 and don't forget the main cause. नेपाल र नेपालीको जय होस्. The sensible Nepali. यो हाम्रो प्रयास हो the sensible Nepali बन्ने.